Hi, it's Adrian from Advanced Dental Artistry. Just want to have a brief chat about the variable cost of veneers. And I know when people are considering cosmetic treatment, they really are sometimes looking for the cheapest options that they can. Unfortunately, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to veneers, and just want to talk to you about three extremely important factors. One is, of course, the type of material that's used for veneering. There are really two. One's composite resin, and the other one is porcelain. Composite resin is actually used directly in the patient's mouth, so the dentist will actually build the teeth in the mouth in composite and use a light to actually cure it. The main issue with this is the time. It's very difficult to actually get the best results, the best symmetry, proportions and colour, especially when you're doing multiple teeth, when it comes to trying to do it directly in the patient's mouth, because you're very limited by time. The other problem with composite is that it wears very fast, and we find that the cosmetic result, especially after 1 to 5 years, starts to deteriorate because the material starts to break down. Porcelain, though, is actually made by ceramists, and it takes sometimes 2 to 4 hours just to make one porcelain veneer. Naturally, time is not a factor because you're doing it in a dental lab, and you can really characterize and texture and make sure that the cosmetics is as perfect as possible because you're actually doing it outside the patient's mouth. The material is also very hard, and it's fired in a furnace, so the outer texture and the surface is just like a natural tooth. When it comes to the second most important thing is, of course, the experience of the dentist and the person doing the treatment. And what I would suggest people to look at really is longevity. You really want to have two things. One is looking at case studies that are almost identical to the treatment that you're going to get. And secondly, the lifetime of that treatment. Do they have cases that are going 2, 5 or 10 years down the track so that you can see the results and the longevity over a period of time? The last thing is the experience of the dental ceramist, and this is probably the most important thing. The ceramist is the artist making your porcelain veneers, and the experience of the ceramist and you meeting the ceramist and actually discussing what you want, the shade, the colour and the look of the teeth is vitally important. So if you are considering doing cosmetic treatment, please come in for a complimentary visit. You can give us a ring at 1-800-SMILING. I look forward to one day seeing you in the practice.